Today we're going to define what we mean by the foreign investor that may come into the United States and either do business here, buy real estate, buy businesses. A foreign investor fits into two different categories, whether they are an individual or a corporation. An individual, and let's see the difference between the American taxpayer and the foreign investor also. Now, the individual foreign investor we call a non-resident alien. That's a non-U.S. citizen who is also not a resident in the United States, and we'll define what we mean by that in one of the later videos. The other type of foreign investor is a foreign corporation. That refers to corporations established all over the world, any corporation that's not established in any of the United States or the District of Columbia. So we've defined our non-resident, our foreign investor. Now, how does the foreign investor differ in taxation from the American? The American taxpayer has to pay an income tax on their income. There's an estate tax when an American passes away and leaves property to their loved ones or charities, or what have you. And there's a gift tax when Americans make gifts of property. Now, the non-resident alien individual who's coming here to the United States as an investor will have similar tax and the income tax, the estate tax, and the gift tax, but they have a very big difference. The big difference is that Americans pay these income, estate, and gift tax on their worldwide income and their worldwide assets. Foreign investors who come here only pay an income tax on their U.S. source income, that's income earned in the United States. They only pay an estate tax on certain U.S. assets that if they were to die owning in the United States. And they only pay a gift tax on certain U.S. assets, which we'll take a look at as we move on with some of the other videos. Now, there is one other unique tax that a foreign corporation runs into here that no other taxpayer has, and that's called a branch tax. The branch tax is a special tax on foreign corporations that forces them to pay dividends or keep their money reinvested in the United States. Now, let's see, how does a person, an individual person, we know what the foreign corporation is. A foreign corporation organized anywhere outside the United States. How do we know whether an individual is a non-resident alien individual or a resident alien individual who would be subject to United States tax? And a resident alien individual that is taxed like an American falls into a couple of categories. The first is individuals can get permanent residency here in the United States. That's known as the green card, which allows them to stay here in the United States. They don't need visas to come in each time. The second way that a non-resident alien becomes a U.S. taxpayer, that's if they spend too much time in the United States in any given year. And we will flesh that out also later on in the series here. But it is related to spending extraordinary amounts of time in the United States. The third type of non-resident alien who can be taxed like an American is a non-resident alien can voluntarily volunteer to be taxed like an American. And for example, that might be a husband who's a non-resident alien with an American wife, and they want to file a joint return. The husband may not generally be taxed as a U.S. taxpayer because they haven't spent time here or they don't have a permanent residency, but they can elect to be taxed in the United States. And we will look at all of the different, go in a little more detail in the next video on what is too much time in the United States and some of the exceptions to this.